Thank you very much. First of all, Mark, thank you so much for inviting me along. I think it's quite phenomenal what you've put together here, absolutely. Through doing a bit of my own stuff, putting events together, I do understand the back end stuff of what goes on, and it's a lot of fun until you get to the day and it's done, right? So well done and thank you very much. Guys, today, my name's Jason. I'm here to talk to you about my journey and strength and how I create strength using kettlebells and the process that I go through. Now, normally I do this, I've got about 45 minutes, right? Normally I do 45 minutes with one person and we get them there. We're going to do this today with about 40 people, which is going to be exciting. And it's going to be a new challenge for me. So by all means, if there is any questions along the time, then please just put your hand up. Ask away. Don't be shy, and we'll get into it. So first of all, this is me and my lovely wife Amanda. We're expecting our first baby in December, so it's a whole new start of my life journey about to begin. I'm 30 years old, and this is our fur baby Rusty. He's a 4-year-old husky now, and he still acts like a baby as well. Just wants to play all the time. This was a few years ago and we still look the same, so that's great. So I want to get your understanding, your idea, your perspective of what strength is. So there's many aspects to strength, but what are some things that come to mind when we talk about strength? Shout them out. Capacity to play with your kids. Love that. Beautiful. What else? Mental strength. Beautiful. There's another one. Willpower. Love it. Throughout the day, the willpower goes. Carrying the groceries in one trip. Do you know what? I use that as a story that I walked the other week. I did 15-minute walk home with 2 handfuls of shopping, and I tested myself with that, which was awesome. And that's going to be something that we're going to do today, a little bit of it as well. What else? What else is strength? Mental strength. Carrying a baby. Yeah, I'm going to learn that one. What are the forms of strength are there? Is there any other forms of strength? Perseverance. Resilience. Love it. Emotional strength. Absolutely. How is that normally expressed? Well, in females is expressed a little bit differently to males, right? Guys just be quiet. I'm being strong. And ladies just balance each other out, right? So my definition of strength, or one that I got from a great man called Gray Cook. Strength is your capacity, your ability to demonstrate your capacity to endure stress or produce work. And something of what all of you mentioned sits within that. Resilience, your capacity to perform work, play with your kids, carry the shopping, physically, mentally, emotionally, it's all there. Now, traditionally, what is the stereotype of being strong? What does that look like in a physical sense? Muscular. Big man. Big and muscular, right? Big and muscular. Now, I don't stand here today in front of you looking big and very muscular, do I? Not very. I try, but I used to be a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger until I learnt a few lessons. But traditionally, we've been told that the idea of being strong is physically big and muscular. Now, I'll ask you this question. Who's ever hurt their back before? Spine. Keep your hand up if that was from doing something silly or picking up something like your keys off the ground. Okay. So if, for example, I used to have a bodybuilder as a personal trainer, and he had to have spine surgery because he was doing squats with 60 kilos. Now, hands up here if you've ever done a squat with 60 kilos before. Fantastic. I imagine there's a lot of you, right? And 60 kilos for him was very light. It was his warm-up. But he busted his back doing a warm-up. Now, in that sense, is he strong? Was he able to perform work or endure stress? What was his capacity in that sense to endure the stress of 60 kilos? 0. It was very weak. In that specific point in time, he was very, very weak. And that weakness was expressed through a bulging disc in his spine, which he then could not walk. No longer strong. In 1 second, right? Now, that really challenged how I thought of things, because I've been in a similar situation, which you'll hear a little bit more about. I challenged the idea that we all have of what being strong is really about. Because being big and strong, great, it looks sexy. You don't feel great. You don't move as well as you'd like to. You wake up sore. And you never know that when you go to pick up the keys, pick up the kids, go to play with the kids, when something's going to happen, right? Does anybody know that they're going to get injured? Actually, yeah. If you're prone to injury, yeah, you know. Yeah, been there. Okay, cool. I'll go on. So Aristotle said, we cannot learn without pain. In today's day and age, we are so scared of being in pain. We bubble wrap our kids. You know, we say that they can't fail. You can do anything. You can become anything. How do toddlers learn? Falling over. Burning themselves for the first time. That freaking hurts, right? They learn their lesson very quickly. But then all of a sudden we get to teenage years, life starts coming at us, and oh no. Don't tell them they can't, that they're going to fail, that they're wrong, that they're going to get hurt. And, you know, as soon-to-be parent, I'm going to be very wary of telling my kid not to climb on the tree, not to climb on the fence. Knowing that they could fall out, yes, absolutely, and knowing that they're going to get hurt from doing that, but knowing that that is an essential part of their learning. Essential. So what I really try to get across to people these days is to embrace your pain. Don't block it off. Don't think that it's wrong to feel that, and just embrace that, because on the other side of that is absolute enlightenment, joy, fun, and strength. You can't have one without the other. You can't have black without white. You can't have up without down. You can't have right without wrong. Okay? So you can't have strength without going through a lot of pain. And I guarantee you, everybody that is here that thinks they are strong is strong because they endured a certain amount of pain when they were younger, at some point in time. Right? And that is the driver for everybody to become strong. For me, what are we, 30? I'm 30 now. When I was 24, 25, I woke up one day, could not walk, lost the ability to use my legs. Spine had subluxated. Not fun. And then at the same time in my life, I lost the use of this hand. So I am left-handed. I was left-handed. I am left-handed. I wasn't left-handed for a while because I couldn't use it. So I learned to brush my teeth with my right hand. And I had to look at things that I was holding to make sure I knew I was holding it. So I lost the use, lost the control of my whole arm, had pain going up into my jaw, so I couldn't actually eat as well. Eating was not enjoyable. Walking wasn't really free and easy. And using my hands was becoming painful and difficult. If you think about the mechanism of pain and what it's for, does anybody know? Why do we experience pain? protection from what? Further injury or death, yes. Pain is a survival mechanism to tell us that something's wrong, how you better stop, you better slow down, or something worse is going to happen, i.e. the tiger that's chasing us is going to catch up and eat you, right? And dead set, the more that we ignore pain, the closer that tiger gets. Right? The more you ignore your pain, the closer the tiger gets. So for me, I got to a place where I've been a coach now for 10 years, started as a physical education teacher and stepped into personal training, and now I'm a strength coach, right? But not in the traditional sense of getting big and strong, right? It's how to embrace what you have and unlock the strengths you have. My business is called Earn the Right Performance Training, because everybody there has to earn the right to lift the weight. And if you don't earn the right, then you're going to either get hurt or you're not going to be there for very long, because I won't like you. We have strong principles that we follow, and if people don't follow them, then they're not the right fit for us. We know that. But the principles that we do follow keep our guys safe, first and foremost, safe, right? Because exercise is not about making somebody worse than when they walked in. It's on our wall, when I walk in the gym. You got to be better off leaving the gym than before you came in. If you're not better off, then what are you there for? So I got to a point where I gave up. I lost control of this. I was actually presenting to personal trainers as well, teaching them how to use kettlebells. I felt like a pretty big hypocrite because I was standing up there telling them how good kettlebells were, and I couldn't use them because I couldn't walk really. I was in pain. And it wasn't from using the kettlebells. Now I realise it was from when I was like 15 and teenage years, and smashed myself then. And I'd never really paid attention, or nobody had really told me, oh hey, you might want to check this out, or have a look at the bigger picture, have a look at the whole system, not just go to the physio, go to the chiro and get a little quick adjustment or quick fix, whatever it might be, and you're good to go. Okay, how to look at strength is involving the whole system, your whole system. We talked about stress a little bit before. Financial stress can affect your strength, physical strength. The brain does not know the difference between physical, mental, and emotional stress. So if you have any of those, you will not be as strong physically. Make sense? Cool. So I gave up. I'll happily say that I gave up. I gave up on this, my body. I was 82 kilograms, or benching 100 kilos, which was a goal for me. I was in the most pain I've ever been in my whole life. And then stopped working out for about 2.5 years. I did not work out because every time I went to do a workout or play or do something, I would injure myself. Something would niggle, something would hurt, I'd do something else, and I didn't know who to turn to or what to do. I got to a pretty dark place in life. That was also at the same time that business was going to shit, and any business owners out there in the room would also understand, when things are going downhill, it just seems that everything is going downhill at the same time. So to me that was a pretty dark time in my life, and now 3-4 years later, I'm on the other end of that. I've reached out and been, through my journeys of searching for the answers about why am I experiencing this pain? Why am I still experiencing it? And through my journeys of searching for people like Mr. Baxter sitting over there, strong man, and a few other people that you have already heard this weekend and are going to hear, I've been able to, I stand in front of you today, the least pain I've been in years. So, which is quite amazing. I wake up every day and I put my feet on the ground and I don't feel pain. For me, that's a massive ticket on every single day I can wake up and I don't feel pain. Just show of hands, how many people here wake up feeling a little bit stiff, a little bit sore, takes them a minute to get going in the morning? Hands up. Alright. Yeah, that's what I used to feel like every day, and I didn't enjoy getting up, didn't enjoy waking up, didn't enjoy going to train people at 6 AM, feeling like a failure myself. So, this is why I use the kettlebell. The last 30, 40 years of fitness have traditionally taught us to use machines. Right? You go into any commercial gym these days, and it's just full of machines. Does anybody know what machines were actually designed for originally? Yep.
Like injured people?
Absolutely, 100%. Rehabilitation. Rehabilitation, because people with, or athletes with ACL surgery had to then go and rehabilitate their muscle, one specific muscle to strengthen their knee, and they got that bigger and stronger. So then some wonderful people like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, oh, we can take that principle and we can apply it to my sport, and they've used it a little bit. Now we've got a world where gyms are full of machines that don't teach us anything. Literally all it's doing is putting the training wheels back on for you. By sitting on a machine, it's putting the training wheels back on. Does not make sense, right? As we get older, we like to think that we are becoming more in tune with ourselves, we're getting to know ourselves a little bit better. So today what we're going to do is you're going to learn how to remove the training wheels from your life, in a physical sense. How does failure help us build strength? There's 4 parts that we're going to go through today. 4 parts. The first one, unconsciously incompetent. If you can't see that, that's a toddler driving a car. Unconsciously incompetent. This would also be like you've had a few too many drinks on a Saturday night and you hit the D-ball. Trying to do the moonwalk or something like that, right? Unconsciously incompetent. Now the second part to that is consciously incompetent. And this is where you might see the videos that your friends were taking while you were dancing, you see them the next day. And you go, oh shit. You become consciously aware of how incompetent you were. Third step is conscious competence. Conscious competence. This is where you become aware of your weaknesses. You become aware of your strengths. And you're in control. You're in control of this vehicle we have to take through our whole life. And then the 4th one is unconscious competence. Right? You can do it blindfolded. This is where you enter the performance level of whatever it is you're trying to achieve. We've never done this before, have we? Right, so what we're going to do now is start to do a little bit of moving and check out where we're at with these 4 stages. And we're going to do a few little tips and tricks and things like that that are going to help you to develop a more conscious awareness of your competence. So, what I would like is, can we make sure there's no paper on the floor, make sure there's no water bottles. We're going to be walking up and back. Just walking. We're not going to be doing anything crazy. Alright, can I get everybody to come in here real quick? We're going to do this in front of the Facebook Live so everyone at home can see. Come in. Real close, real tight. We're a team, we're family. Come on. Come in. We're all bundled with energy and bouncing off each other. Come in closer. Come in closer. Come in closer. You can all look at me.
Where's your
Come in closer. Come in closer. Alright, so the first little exercise we're going to do is going to help us to develop some conscious awareness. Okay. How do your hands feel right now? I just want everybody to feel their hands. Just feel your hand. That's all. It's like Edward Scissorhands. What do your hands feel like? Cold, warm, sweaty, clammy, numb, tingly, hard, loving, callous, soft, beautiful. Lots of different mechanical, robotic. All right, what I want you to do, let's shake it out a little bit. Shake it out. All right, right now we're all shaking it a particular way, which is cool. Can we all go opposite? So one hand doing one thing versus the other. Good. Can we do it down low? Can we do it up high? Come back to middle. Now can we go up and down? Can we do it down low? Go harder, come on, up high. Oh, come back to middle, out to the side. Back to the middle, and relax. How do your hands feel now? Tingly, warmer,
energized.
Funny, energized. Are we more conscious of our hands right now?
Yes.
Wonderful. What do we do?
Shake them.
Shake them. Shake them back, baby. Shake them back. Get out of bed every morning. Right? We just moved a little bit, right? Bring some more awareness. We loosen things up. One concept I'll be talking about is tension. Where you hold tension or stress in your body, right? Wherever you hold stress, hold tension, does not move as well as it should be moving. I.e., anybody ever experienced this one? Wherever you hold tension will not be moving or will not be able to move very well. You all just felt the difference of, or after movement, how much tension you were holding in your hands and your forearms. We just released that a little bit, right? The more you move, the more you release the tension. So now we're going to do it. We did it at one end. We're going to do it at the other end. So if you do have shoes on, I will ask you to take those off if that's okay. You can leave your socks on, that's absolutely fine. And can we get like, yeah, all you guys down that end, or you guys down that end. We're going to walk. How old is she?
6.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Just out of a matter of interest, who's the eldest person in the room? Do you mind if I ask how old?
21.
Sorry? 21? 21 plus tax? How old are the back? 57. Can anyone top that? No? Okay, cool. Excellent. And the youngest in the room? 6? Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Love this. We're going to see who's better. Right? We'll see, we'll see. So guys, I just want you to walk around. I want you to, so you guys at this end, I want you to walk to that end and then back, and you guys at this end, walk to that end and then back. Go. While you're walking, I want you to feel what walking feels like. Take notice of what walking feels like. You can give some high fives on the way past. All right, one word to describe walking. Mark?
Mechanical.
Mechanical. One word to describe walking. What were they? Relaxing. Fantastic. One word? Free. Grounding. Fluid. Fun. Beautiful. Beautiful. These are not normal words that I get from people when I first get somebody to walk. So well done to you guys. With most of the time, I've had things like penguin, chunky, solid, stiff. All these words, you'd be surprised. Well, you will be surprised about how you feel now versus how you feel at the end. So now, what I want you to do is walk again up and back. This time, just walking on your heels. All the way. Give it a shot. And this time on the way back, let's walk on your tiptoes. On your tiptoes on the way back. Tiptoes. High fives as you go past. Boom, 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 boom. Yes! Tiptoes, tiptoes. Keep those heels up. Now, on the way up again, on the outsides of your feet. Walking on the outsides of your feet. Bella, they are some sexy socks. This time on the insides of your feet. Keep the outsides of your feet off the ground. Okay, and now just walk normally again. Noticing what feels different, if anything feels different. It may not feel anything different, but I want you to be consciously aware of what's going on in your feet right now. And walk back again. Have another try. Do you feel more grounded, even more so than before?
Yeah.
All right. Hands up if it felt different compared to the first time. Beautiful. So you are all more now consciously aware of how normal walking should feel versus what it was at the start, right? Now this is the thing, you all have a underlying strength capacity that you're not utilising right now. You weren't utilising as you just walked the very first time. Now we've just moved a few different ways and we've unlocked a few different senses that are giving you more awareness, more conscious awareness over this whole thing that we have here, right from the ground up. Right? Our first point that we need to learn to use is our feet. Just as if you were to watch a toddler learn from the ground up how they take their first steps. They need to learn how to use their feet, right, to transfer force. If we lose the ability to transfer force from our feet effectively and efficiently, that means everything else up the chain is then affected. Right? Knees, hips, back, shoulders, neck, head. And you would experience this when you see an elderly person and they're walking like this, right? Gravity starts to win. their capacity to endure the stress that we cannot escape from, gravity, all right, that's winning. Don't let gravity win. Starts from the ground. So, we're all now more consciously aware of our feet. Excellent. Let's get more consciously aware of the rest of the body. So, we've got some awesome looking kettlebells there. Has everybody here used a kettlebell, know what a kettlebell is? A kettlebell is like a bowling ball or a cannonball with a handle on it. All we're going to be doing is carrying it like the shopping, or the luggage, or the kids, whatever you want to. So I will get you guys to all come down this end and grab a kettlebell for me, please. I think they range from maybe 8 to 10 to 12 to 16 kilograms. We've got 16, 8. You can share if there's only enough. That's very cute. Will you hold my kettlebell with me? How can we now have like 10 times more people down here? Don't be lazy, go back to where you were. That's right, Mark, you can share. Fantastic. All right. So, guys, there is some people that don't have a kettlebell right now, so that's okay. We can swap and share, that's fine. My number one rule, guys, just one sec. My number one rule for safety with the kettlebells, because I have done this before, you do not want to drop a kettlebell on your toe. I still have a black nail from 5 years ago. If you are holding the kettlebell, do not pass it to somebody else. Do not pass it to somebody else to grab, right? Because if it does drop, whose fault is it? Yeah, it's always hers, right? Okay, so just if you are going to pass it to somebody, put it down. Don't be nice. Put it down and let them pick it up. If they hurt their back, then they know their weakness. It's okay. We can fix that. All right. So, what I'll get you to do is picking up the kettlebell just in one hand and go for a walk up and back. I want you to notice how it feels. Walk as tall as you can. And back. And again, why not? Go again. Same hand. In one hand, on your side. I want you to feel this. We're developing conscious awareness of what's working and what's not right now. Yeah, go one more time. Are you getting tired yet? Awesome. All right, we'll rest it there. What did we notice while we were walking just then? Thick handles. Great. What else did we notice? Sweaty hands. What else? Grip strength. What else did we notice while we were walking? Lopsided. Beautiful. Had to focus. Absolutely. What did you focus on? Not dropping on the foot. Excellent. Pain aversion. I like the, I'll just speak about that in terms of feeling lopsided. Has anybody gone to the chiropractor here before? Okay, cool. And did they put you on 2 scales and measure the distance of how much weight you were putting through one foot? Some do, some don't. It's pretty valuable. It's about 4 kilos difference for me that I'm putting through one side of my body than I do through the other. So if you think about that in terms of if I'm going through life and I'm like walking, putting more weight through one, I'm going to end up turning in a big circle. Right? This is called the circle of life. A lot of people are doing that unconsciously. Actually, let's do a little test with that. I hadn't planned this, but let's do a little test with that. Can I get you all to stand in front of your kettlebell? In front of your kettlebell. I say that because I don't want you to kick it. What you're going to do for 1 minute, you're just going to close your eyes and you're just going to walk on the spot. Like this. 1 minute. Go. Your goal is to try and stay on the spot. Close your eyes. All right, stop it there. All right. Settle down, settle down. I had to stop it short because it was getting a little bit dangerous of people walking into poles and stuff. Okay, what did we notice? What happened? We moved. Were you trying your best to stay on the spot? Did it feel like you were staying on the spot? Sometimes in life you feel like you're doing what you think you're doing, but you're actually not. Until you run into a pole.
Just kind of wake everyone up. It's part of our plan.
That's the analogy of life, right? You wake up one morning and you go, how the hell did I get here? Banging your head against the wall, right? Unconsciously walking blindfolded through life. We don't know sometimes where we're going, right? Very simple analogy. Something you guys can take home and practice if you like. You can practice that at home. So, grabbing... actually, everybody lay down on your backs now, please. Have a lay down on your back. Mr. Slide Man, do I still have the slides? Oh, is it just the computer? Cool. All right, so I mentioned tension before. Tension, where you hold tension. Raise your hand if you're in pain while you're laying flat on the ground, so I know who I need to be careful of here. If you're in pain, if you do have any back injuries or anything, just be careful with this. Be mindful of it, okay? You will have to lay flat as well, so legs flat if you can. Again, if you can't, please don't please don't think that you have to do this. This is just a very simple example. If you can't lay here flat, obviously that's telling you something about your body and its state that if you didn't already know, you might want to start paying attention to. What I want you to do is we're going to be creating a full body tension, pushing into the ground with everything we have. All right, so hands flat on the ground. We're going to start off on our heels and work our way up. So I want you to push your heels into the ground as hard as you can. Push your knees into the ground as hard as you can. Push your butt into the ground as hard as you can. Push your lower back into the ground. Push your upper back into the ground. Push your shoulders into the ground. Keep your butt on the floor. Push it down harder, harder, harder. Push your shoulders in the ground. Push your elbows in the ground. Push your head into the ground. Push your hands into the ground. Push it, push it, push it. Everything harder. And relax. Did we get everything? Pretty tricky, right? Let's start from the top down this time. So, pushing your head into the ground, push your shoulders in the ground, push your elbows in the ground, your hands in the ground, your back into the ground, your hips into the ground, push your knees into the ground, elbows into the ground, harder, 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 keep pushing, breathe and push, breathe and push, breathe, breathe. Push harder, come on. And relax. I feel like the world's getting further and further away from my feet as you guys push it down harder. It's like Chuck Norris, right? What do you feel like when you're just laying here now? Tired? What else? Relaxed? Was everybody able to consciously push everything into the ground? Everything. Was it a little bit hard when you had to like think about one thing and then the other thing and then... Yeah. Alrighty, standing up and go for another kettlebell walk for me.
Let's go.
Oh, beautiful.
Thanks, mate. It was random.
Being consciously aware of how you feel now while you walk. Does anything feel different? You're all right. You're good. You're good. Did anybody feel different? Raise your hand if you felt different. Okay. What were some of the things that you felt differently? Posture. What? More aligned. Nice. Anything else?
The first one through the shoulder, which is released now.
Nice. Excellent. That's pretty cool. Jammed up in the shoulders. Anybody else feel that? Or something similar?
Yeah, very much more centered.
More centered? Fantastic. Amazing, right? Something so simple. Creating tension and then relaxing. Creating tension and relaxing. We've just given you all better posture. Right? I could give you other internal thinking cues to help you to walk better, but I didn't really have to, did I? Your body knows how to walk the most efficiently when you give it the right stimulus. When you switch on everything. When you're consciously aware of everything that's going on in your body. Maybe not everything, but the stuff that we can control. Right? Did we all switch arms? Have we all experienced that, what it's like to go one side and then the other? Yeah? Do we feel stronger on one side versus the other? Yeah, absolutely. That's that whole walking around in circles thing. We did...
Common with most people, but do most of us have the stronger side?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. As we go through, being a child and a teenager, we develop the right hand or left hand, and then naturally we evolve from there into whatever we want to do. And as adults, we go into a gym and sit on a machine and then start getting injured because it's like, I can't do this symmetrically now. Yes. We just did posterior chain activation. Pushed everything into the ground as hard as we can. Our whole posterior, right? We activated it. Feels good? Cool, that's another one you can do at home. Lots of takeaways. Now we're going to do the front anterior chain. To do this, you're going to have, just watching me for a second, you're going to have your hands, I'm going to say actually fingernails underneath your shoulders, okay? Now if you've got any sort of wrist problems or issues, just shake it up. But seriously, if you do have like broken wrists or biomechanical man over here, don't do this one. All you're going to do, be here, and you're going to pull your feet to your hands. That's all. All right, so coming down into a push-up position. Shoulders over top of your fingertips. Feet together. Feet together. Heels squeezed together tight. Shoulders over top of your fingertips. So, and shoulders underneath your, hands underneath your shoulders, right? Arms straight. Feet together. Some of you don't know where your heels are. Feet together, feet together, feet together, feet together. Squeeze your butt together. Squeeze your butt tight. Abs tight. And then I want you to pull your hands to your feet. Pull your hands to your feet. Hips up, bell. Abs tight, abs tight, abs tight. Squeeze your abs, squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs, squeeze your butt. Pull, pull, pull. Pull your feet to your hands. Pull your hands to your feet. Pull hard, pull hard, pull hard, pull hard. Breathe, squeeze. Breathe, squeeze. Pull, 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 pull. And relax. Breathe. Yeah, shake it out. What did that feel like? Horrible. Hard? Where did we feel it? Abs? Core? Awesome. Quads? What else? The glutes, because we're squeezing our tape. What else? Anyone feel it through the arms as well, through the chest, shoulders, everything? We just activated everything at the front, right? Your deep core was in there as well. I'll do a little demonstration with Mark. We're going to take it to the neck level. Come out here, just lay down there. Really? Sweet. Lay down. Oh yeah, onto all fours. Tuck your toes under, same position, push-up position. Okay, don't let me pull your feet out from underneath you, Mark. Don't let me. Come on. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your heels together. Come on, pull. Breathe, pull. Breathe and squeeze. And relax. Where'd you feel that? Deep, right? Full body tension. Now picking up your bells and go for a walk. Two minutes.
It's only 10.
Thought I had 45.
10?
Oh. How'd that feel? You feel lopsided now?
I feel alive.
You feel alive?
No, alive.
Oh. Working miracles here. You felt more aligned. Excellent. One big concept that I learnt, I actually dislocated my shoulder last year, was joint centration. For you to be maximally strong, all your joints have to be stacked and aligned perfectly, right? For your muscles, your muscular system to support the bony system. They have to be stacked. Okay? If your spine is not aligned and stacked upon itself perfectly, then you'll have some weak links in the chain, right? And your muscular system will create unnecessary tension, right? We've just created conscious tension and then relaxed and shaken out, and now you're feeling more aligned.
I actually felt more aligned with the back and less so doing that.
Excellent. Yes. Because we spend a lot of time, everybody's usually here, and we do a lot of stuff in front of us, not a lot of stuff behind us, right? We don't usually look at the glutes or the booty in the mirror. But yes, we've just developed more... Who does that? So I was going to do some more stuff with the kettlebells in terms of bringing it bottoms up and getting us to walk as well, which gives you more of a full body conscious awareness of starting to incorporate force right from ground through to expressing it in our hand, i.e. if you were ever to do a punch, how are you expressing your strength, how are you expressing your force? And that's something that I want you to take away from today, I think, is thinking about whenever you are about to do something physically, how are you expressing that? How are you setting yourself up, right? Is it that you're setting yourself up to punch like this or to carry like this? Or are you setting yourself up to really be strong, be stable, be tall, feel centered, right? All these little things and the way you hold yourself really make a difference in how strong you are. You're more switched on now. Everything's more switched on now. Now when you go to pick up your keys or your kids, you are less likely to injure yourself because everything is fired. Everything's on, right? So what I want you to do is grab your pens and papers and I want you to just write down one takeaway from what I've just done with you. One takeaway. Quick. Grab your books, write it down. You can leave the bells there, that's fine. They're obstacles. If you fall over them, you've just learnt something about your proprioception. So one takeaway. And I also want you to write down one action that you're going to take moving forward from today. One action that you can take. Whether it's just laying down for 30 seconds on the ground on your back, pushing everything to the ground every morning. Absolutely. If that makes you feel more aligned, taller, more activated, starting off your day just like that, perfect. You can do it while you're meditating. One takeaway and one action. Everyone got that? So I want to leave you with one more golden nugget, one little thing that, from me specifically, something that I can pass on. Now, in this photo that you can't really see, you'll see there's myself, there's Mark, there's Sam, and my wife Amanda, and we're with one amazing man called Martin Rooney, who was one of my original inspirations for doing what I do now. He left me with one gold nugget. He said, "Be the coach you wish you had," which really inspired me to become a coach that I wish I had when I was a teenager or now as an adult as well. And I'm going to leave you guys with one takeaway. Chase your dreams or be at the mercy of your fears. And I think everybody in here is already proactively doing that. So thank you very much for listening to me today and being here and investing in yourselves to gain more awareness over how you can become stronger. So thank you very much, Mark, and thank you.